What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Harley-Davidson and a group test ride. And everyone's ready. I better get on my bike. Yeah, came to Harley for a group test ride. And yeah, it's my first time on a true proper Harley. Come on, quickly. Well, this is unlike how I want to start, but let's start up the 117 motor. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We got a 117 Lowrider S 2024 model year. My first time on a proper air-cooled Harley. Man, I think the displacement in cubic centimeters is about 1,900, 1.9 liters. Find the brake. All right, let's go. Now we are running a true Harley style ride where we are being led, so I'm not gonna ride the bike on my own, but I'm gonna try to have a bit of fun with it since this is my first time on a Harley. And after this one, I'm gonna get to test ride the Road Glide, the 2024 Road Glide. Whoa. First experience with a proper Harley engine, and we got a proper crew leading the way. All right, nice and easy. You know, the riding position on this thing is really strange. I didn't go for the Lowrider ST. I went for the Lowrider S, and I do have to say I'm kind of feeling like a proper Harley boy. In a weird way, my feet are all up. I am a little bit cramped on the bike, and I am like the controls are really far forward. I'm stretching out to the handlebars, but it's an interesting ride in terms of vibration, because that's what all of the Harley people want to know. Does it vibrate? Or actually the non-Harley people want to know, does it vibrate? Well, when you sit standing oh boy, when you're standing, then no. Sorry, when you're standing, yeah, it does vibrate, but when you're out riding it, man, I feel nothing. It's buttery smooth, honestly, properly buttery smooth. And the torque of the engine, Jesus, is it ever torquey? I mean, my GS is torquey at 1100 cc's, but this thing, I don't know how much it weighs, probably feels something like 250 kilograms, but man, is it ever torquey. Like 2000 RPM and just quarter throttle, and it just lurches forward. Oh, this is a nice bike. It's an old school Harley. I shouldn't like them. I should hate them. It's an air-cooled engine from the 50s. There's nothing modern. They are so low tech. And even the check engine light is on, but we'll glance over that. But man, is it ever a beautiful engine to ride. Not to mention the sound and everything. I mean, I don't know if you can properly hear it, but the burble of the V-twin, air-cooled V-twin, man. Okay, what a nice first ride experience on a Harley-Davidson. Like I said, the riding position, I'm not a big fan of the riding position, but this can all be changed on a Harley. This can all properly be changed on a Harley-Davidson. I mean, I can get you can get new bars, new pegs, new seat, new everything, and really tailor it to your body type. I did sit on the Lowrider ST before I got on this one, and that is a much more comfortable riding position than this thing is. But this feels more like an attack position. I'm properly stretched out on the bike. I would have liked maybe a little bit more forward controls, My legs are a little bit cramped. They're not uncomfortable per se. They are just a little bit cramped. But yeah, I would have liked maybe my legs somewhere a little bit more far forward. Now I'm keeping a bit of distance from the guys ahead because yeah, that's how I ride. I maintain distance. I know we're riding in a pack and I should keep it tighter. I do have a lot of more Harleys behind me. The mirrors are weird. This one doesn't vibrate, but this one does vibrate, and it's hard to see behind in it. So yeah, I think it's a hit or miss on the mirrors. But yeah, in terms of vibration, let's put it in 6th gear. We're cruising 80 kilometers an hour, 2000 RPM. It's buttery smooth, and I mean properly buttery smooth. It does vibe a little bit when you get on the throttle, but not much. Only just a little bit of vibration to let you know that you are putting some power down. And man, do you ever feel that torque in your ass? You properly feel that torque in your ass. I mean, even at 100 kilometers an hour in 6th gear, you just have torque for days. I am trying to get used to the Harley indicators because one is on the right, one is on the left. It's a bit like my BMW, so it's not that hard to properly get used to them, but yeah, it's a bit weird. But man, whew. Oh, I need a Harley in my life. I need a proper air-cooled V-twin Harley in my life. This is an experience, okay? This is not a review or anything. This is just a first ride impression. I did ride the PanAmerica about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, but that was like a modern Harley-Davidson. It was a proper modern day Harley-Davidson with an air-cooled V-twin, with a liquid-cooled V-twin, sorry, 150 horsepower, more horsepower than torque, stuff like that. This is a Harley, okay? This is a hog, an air-cooled, big, very big engine. And this is my first time actually riding something like this. I've never ridden a proper Harley before, and yeah, I am properly taking in the experience of riding it. And I'm gonna tell you guys, it's an experience. If you don't mock them, okay? You can mock Harley-Davidsons all you want, but if you've never ridden one, what gear am I in? 1st gear. If you've never ridden a proper Harley-Davidson like this one, you owe it to yourself to try it. I'm not saying it's a perfect bike. I already have a long list of things I would change on this one, but there's some things you cannot change. Some things like that engine, okay? That engine is it's the soul and the passion of a Harley-Davidson. Now I am coming at this like analyzing a touring bike, and the Lowrider S, the regular Lowrider S, ain't no touring bike, that's for sure. I mean, Harley has a lot of touring bikes they can sell you. So I'm not being quite fair with the Lowrider S as a city, I don't know, as a city cruiser, as something fun, something enjoyable for the city, or for just weekend trips, something like 200 or 300 kilometers in a day. That's okay. This thing is no, in the way it's currently set up, it ain't no iron butt doer. Because I'm just not that comfortable on it. But that's because of the seat, of the pegs, and of the handlebars. Things you can change. And if you want a lowrider that's comfortable for touring, like I've said, I did sit on the Lowrider ST, the sport touring model, and that with that one, with the front fairing, I wouldn't change absolutely anything on it. It's just instantly I got comfortable on it when I sat on it. Granted, I don't get to ride the Lowrider ST. It isn't available in this test ride, or it's actually reserved for other people, so I may do with the Lowrider S. But apart from the riding position, the dynamics, the bike does feel surprisingly light when you ride it. The front brake is extremely positive, the rear brake also the same. It feels stable. I mean, I'm going decent speeds now, 90, 100 kilometers an hour, and I can just ride it with ease because it tracks straight and true, dead straight. The engine is so torquey, you can have so much fun with it, and listening to the burble of the V-twin, I mean, really hope that comes out on camera. I am not properly revving it. Oh yeah. Like I've said, I'm not revving it, and I don't have a big windscreen up ahead of me to block the wind so I can ride with my visor open. But yeah, this hunkered down position, hands extended. It may not be the most comfortable of riding position, but boy, do you feel like a badass on it. I am a Harley fanboy, so don't get me wrong. If you're into your sport bikes, you're probably not gonna like this, or like I've said, try it before you knock it. But yeah, I am a bit of a Harley fanboy. I do like their story. I do like their soul, their passion that they put in their bikes. I like the fact they keep it old school and classic. We're gonna see how old school and classic works out with the 2024 Road Glide that I'm gonna test ride next, and you're gonna see it in the next video, because that's actually quite fairly modern. And even this thing, it has ABS, it has traction control. So it may be old school and classic, but it has some modern amenities. In terms of comfort on these bumps, the suspension is actually surprisingly good. The Lowrider S does have a monoshock on the back, and even though it doesn't have a lot of suspension travel, and you can feel it doesn't have a lot of suspension travel, it's not that bad. I am on a bit of a rough road here with a lot of manhole covers, and I thought the kicks in the back would have been a little bit more harsh, but no, they are good enough. It's not an ADV suspension, but it's good enough. Man, is it ever fun. Oh, I like it. I like it way too much. And yeah, this year I'm not buying anything, and a Harley is damn expensive, man. But I can see why it's damn expensive, because it's something else. In the motorcycling world, it's something else. It's just something else. It really is something else. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna take this bike back because apparently the tour is over, and I'll check back with you guys in the next video where we get on the Road Glide, the 2024 Road Glide. Anyway, take care out there, everyone, and ride safe. Bye.